video series. Yeah, started on really shaping the ears now on this one. Haven't done anything on the face yet, and I'm concentrating a lot on the other one, on shaping her ears and shaping the face. I'm going to do some more on that. First I really need to clean up the workshop a little bit. My table is an absolute mess. I shall show you. Yep, absolute mess at the moment. In here I've got my ink tents and some pastel crayons, and in here I've got my watercolours. I also have some pastels in here, and in here, and in here, and I have lots of supplies back there, and sanding stuff, Q-tips, ongoing projects, some mess, some stuff to go in the bin, some pencils. Oh, there's my coffee, my third or fourth coffee for today. Hubby started a new job on Monday, so as you can see I need to do a lot of clearing up before I start. This happens pretty much every time I want to actually start working. This is Wednesday. Hubby started a new job on Monday, which means getting up at 4:45. The alarm goes off now instead of 5:45. It's a whole hour earlier. But his job is a bit more stable. It's very long days without him being here, and you'd think I would get on with a bit more, but no, I spend a lot of my time catlocked, it seems. We do have obviously the elderly one who is getting more wobbly and plays on my mind a lot, so I don't get on with as much as I want to get on with. So anyway, it's now after lunchtime, whatever time that is, about 2:30. And that's my fourth cup of coffee. It's actually not bad for me. Normally I'm on my 6th by now, so it's not bad. Anyway, so I'm not actually working until tomorrow night. I work evenings, so that means I have to forego some sleep to be able to take hubby to work, because he doesn't drive for many reasons, and people say I should swap in the hubby, but you know, is what it is. He doesn't drive, and trying to learn to drive now is stupid expensive. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, his new job is going really well so far. He's really enjoying it. It's very long days and I do miss him. And getting motivated while he isn't here. It's difficult. Not lie, it's very difficult. Anyway. I really do want to get on with some stuff, so I'm going to get the Viking. No, my husband is a Viking reenactor, but the vacuum cleaner is what I meant to say. That's what I need to get out and clean this up a little bit before I continue. This might seem a little bit weird, but I'm going to talk about something that affects a lot of people, but I haven't seen much in the way of any videos about it, and I just want to get some things off my chest because it bothers me. So let's just get some cleaning up done, and then I'll talk to you about it. I knocked something over while setting the camera up. That happens a lot. Oops. So I'm going to need these. because I'm working on her as well, and she's being blushed, so I don't want to forget where I put these. So I'm actually going to put them back where they live for now, but I often forget things. Terrible memory. Empty jar. Do not underestimate the importance of having empty jars. Well, knocked over. The Milliput. Put that away. So these were the eyes that came out of the Bratzilla doll. Some horrible, cheap, nasty eyes. They're just going to go in the bin. They're not useful for anything. Not really. And which is a shame, but they're plastics, they can go in the recycling. Do you like watching things get sucked up by the vacuum cleaner? I do. So I don't know why I have 4 coasters out here, because I can only have 1 cup of coffee at any one time, and I don't drink water or much else. So why I've got 4 out here specifically, I don't know, but they all kind of follow a theme. Can anyone guess what that theme might be? Some might say I'm obsessed. Voila. It might not look much cleaner, but it is. This won't come off. It's Milliput paint, pastels, you know, the usual crafting stuff. Never mind, but it's a self-sealing cutting mat, so they sell them nice and cheap across the road where I live. I live really, really close to some shops that are very handy. Yeah, it's done well. It's been a few years. So, hey, you'd think I'd just be able to get on with it. Yeah, no. Now I have to go through a whole load of mental, like, what am I actually doing? Do I know what I'm doing? Do I really want to get the Milliput out and mix it up? Do I just want to work some more on the pastels, on my Dream Eater, because I need to get on with her, but I mean, she was a Halloween project and I don't really want to concentrate on a Halloween project now. It's almost May, which means I'll have to do a mermaid, because mermaid. So that's another project I'll have to start. It's been 2 years since I made Pearl, so it's about time I made another mermaid. You know, if one needed an excuse. Bless me. Theo just meowed at me when I did that. He meows at you when you sneeze. Does that to my husband. He's now talking to me. I don't know if the speaker on this has picked it up, but it's very adorable. We have some very cute conversations. Anyway. Hello, Tear. Tear, are you going to talk? You were talking a second ago. Yes, you were. Well, that's just typical, isn't it? The moment I start recording him to talk and he stops meowing at me. Cats. What did you say? What did you say? You said something. What did you say? You're not going out. You're an indoor cat because everything outside makes you scared. Remember? See, he's flaked out there now. Bless his little heart. Oh, it's such hard work being a cat. He has been sunning himself in the window. So he's probably got a bit warm. Yeah, so Tira's now grooming himself, as you saw. You'd think I would have got on with a few things in between him last talking and sunning himself in the window, but no, I was watching through everything I just recorded, so everything prior is in this video. I've just checked through it to make sure I'm happy with it, and I don't want to re-record anything. This is what YouTube entails. None of you realised. It's a lot of work and it does hold up processes. I haven't had any of my coffee yet. It's kind of lukewarm. It was boiling hot when I started this process. Bear with. Oh, I'm going to have to guzzle this down a minute. Right, so I suppose this is going to turn into more of a vlog than a doll repaint video, which is fine. I don't mind. I'll just move the... Hope you guys don't mind. A bit more chatty. I'm going to work while I chat. I keep wobbling the camera, so sorry. Hello. Ugly thumb. Alright. So, I'm going to mix up some Milliput and then I need one of those sculpting tools I put away. Where did it go? So this one, incidentally, also bought across the road. This is the one I used to cut the Milliput in to mix it. So I have to record this in a couple of minute sections, so sorry if it jumps all over the place. But I use Canva to edit my videos, and Canva doesn't like having long videos, so you have to kind of download snippets and edit it all together. So just keep an eye on the timer. Might have to re-record some bits, hopefully not. So I've already got to 1.5 minutes. So I'm just cutting some Milliput a minute to mix. I talk to you about the subject that I want to talk to you about. Just want to get it out there, really, because it affects my everyday life. Because it's to do with allergies, specifically food allergies. So I have had a lifelong food allergy, and it's a severe one, and that's I'm allergic to tree nuts. It almost killed me in my 20s after having a yogurt that contained pecan nuts, or pecan as the Americans pronounce it. I don't know the real pronunciation and I don't care really. All I know is they almost killed me, and there was only 0.2% in the whole yogurt and I had 2 teaspoons of it. This was before all the legislation came in, so I was in my 20s. It's over 25 years ago, so a long time ago. I've had a few reactions to some chocolate bars in the past that didn't contain nuts, and this was before any may contain nuts appeared on packaging as well. The brand that I had the reactions to, well, a couple of different brands, they do produce other chocolates in their range that do have nuts in, so they obviously use the same machines. Anyway, so that's the most severe allergy I have. Now, since hitting perimenopause, I have actually developed some intolerance to milk and eggs as well. So this is a bit of a problem because I love cake. My cake and chocolate choices were already reduced because of my nut allergy, because everything may contain nuts these days. And it's a bit of a minefield out there. This minefield gets bigger all the time. There are products that are produced in the same factory where they produce something that has nuts in, but it may not even go through the same machines, but they have to put the warnings on them. There are so many foods out there that may contain nuts, and it's a nightmare when trying to do a grocery shop. And with milk and eggs as well now. Milk makes me very ill. It makes me feel sick as a dog. So sick and very tired. I can't do anything except sleep all the time. If I have milk, I have no energy whatsoever. I can't do anything. And with eggs, I end up looking like I'm 8 months pregnant. And then I have to go to the bathroom. That's not much fun. So this is on top of having IBS as well. I've had IBS since my early 20s also. So that means I can't have spicy foods really, because that can set it off. Onions can upset my stomach, too much tomato as well. I have to be really careful with what I eat. So going out for a meal anywhere, I have my favourite places where I will go, and that's mainly because I feel safe in these places. So yeah, mixing up the Milliput here, it's mostly mixed. So yeah, these places that make me feel safe, I am ever so grateful to them. One is a local restaurant, Tea Rooms. Lovely, friendly staff, always happy to help. Nothing's too much bother. I've had to cut back on oil as well, on stuff, so when I ask them if I can have a small breakfast, I have to ask them if I have to switch out the egg for one, and no butter, no spread because oiliness of spread, and no oil for my mushrooms to be cooked in because they come out a bit too oily, and that doesn't sit on my tummy very well. Makes me feel a bit crap. So they're brilliant. I go there twice a week with friends who have lost people, and as you get older you lose more people. I'm very lucky to have reached the age I am, really. The thing I want to address about my allergies and going out and dining places is I've come across a few places that will actually get quite hostile because I have these intolerances and allergies, and the only ones I mention obviously are the tree nuts because that can kill me. I have an EpiPen, I carry it everywhere. That I mentioned that I can't have milk or egg either, it's a severe intolerance. But there was one particular incident recently where I went somewhere and I mentioned there was a few things I couldn't have, I was allergic, and what I was thinking of having to eat. So we ordered our drinks. So I have black coffee these days because too much oat milk can be a bit of a problem. I think I'm starting to get a problem with wheat. Something else to add to the list. I don't even mention soya. So our drinks arrived. I drink black coffee pretty much everywhere I go. Black coffee. It's the safest thing. If it's not, I don't like soft drinks too much. I don't drink water really. I probably should, but I don't like the taste of water. So I'll have squash. Otherwise alcohol, which I shouldn't drink too much of either because that will upset my tummy because of my IBS. Not a massive drinker anyway. Anyway, so our drinks arrived and we were drinking our coffees. My husband had a mocha, black Americano for myself. Great. People came in, were sat, ordered their drinks, ordered their food, no problems. No one came back to us. Cutlery had been put on the table, but we hadn't ordered food yet. And then another table came in, ordered their drinks, ordered their food. Table that had come in 10 minutes after us got their food. We still hadn't had our food order taken. So we decided, my husband decided, he was like, don't think we're staying, he commented. And I agreed. And we went elsewhere, somewhere where we'd been before, because we knew we'd get served fine, because we've eaten there before. But, you know, this is not an isolated incident. And I want to point out to people, if you work in hospitality, if you work in a cafe, if you're watching this, you work in a cafe, you work in hospitality, you know, it's not the person's fault they have allergies. It's not the person's fault that they're intolerant to certain foods. I only mentioned 3 things, but there is more, and I just, you know, that I can't eat. I just, you know, use my brains when ordering. And I have to ask how spicy something is sometimes. And it's really frustrating when you go somewhere and you're treated like a leper. They avoid you, or they are just downright rude and say, oh, we can't do anything for you. We can't cook you anything because nothing's safe for you here because we have nuts in the kitchen. They don't even try and understand, you know. One, I can actually eat almonds. I haven't had a problem with almonds. Never had a problem with almonds. So if you have almonds in the kitchen, that's fine. Not a problem. But they don't go that far to find out, and they just dismiss you. Somewhere we used to go regular, as soon as I couldn't have milk or egg anymore, they were like, oh, well, there's no point. We cook halloumi in the same fryer as our chips. Okay. Well, you know, great. Thanks. So what else have you got? Oh, there's nothing really. You might be better off going to a vegan restaurant. Well, no. I'm not better off going to a vegan restaurant. I'll tell you why I'm not better off going to a vegan restaurant. One, they put nuts in a lot of stuff that's vegan. And soya. Which I'm having problems with now as well. So no, a vegan restaurant isn't the choice, isn't the option for me. You know, nuts will kill me. Sorry, did I mention that before? You know, it's a lifelong thing. Yeah, so vegan restaurants, no. Thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. And you don't need to be so rude about it and so dismissive of me. And thanks for making me feel like shit. So I work in hospitality. And I wouldn't dare ever treat someone like that for having an allergy, intolerance, or anything like that. But we will go out of our way for people with allergies to make them feel welcome and accommodate their needs, because, you know, hospitality, faith in the word. But some places are not hospitable. Some places are anything but. Now, this being said, I had an incident when we changed menus, and it left me feeling absolutely shit. And she never apologised to me. And I didn't realise we were still in a school playground, because that's what it feels like sometimes working there. Anyone who actually knows me, who I work with, who's watching this video, they know what it's about. And I haven't had an apology, and you know what, I don't care. I'm sick of it. So I suppose that's all I want to talk about, really, in that capacity. Anyone's had similar experiences with anything, comment below. Vent, get it out. I'll feel better for just getting it out. I know I feel a little bit better for 2 minutes. Always plays on my mind. Yeah. Well, I've been talking a bit more, not a lot. I'm feeling a little bit of her head in to make it a bit smoother. Working on her nose, her ears. Yeah, it's a lot to do still. Milliput's got quite a long working time. Secret to working with Milliput: water. Water to help smooth. The more you smooth it, the less sanding you'll have to do. I hope you have found this video interesting. If not, oh well, you don't have to come back. You don't even have to have watched the whole thing. But I'm grateful to those of you who have reached this point in the video. I am so sick of being treated so shit for having allergies. It's not my fault. Talk to me about it if you want. I totally understand where you're coming from. It can be so difficult. And when you're going out for a meal with friends, how awkward you feel. You don't want to be a bother. You put things off because you don't want to be a bother. You turn people down. Because you don't want to be that person. Or sometimes you will go out and you won't even mention your allergies when you really should. I am guilty of doing that. It's my risk at the end of the day. So I'm going to do my call to action, as they call it. Please like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm, ring the bell to be notified when I update. When I post new content, new videos. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you.